Good morning students. In this video we will study about Earth's structure, that is chapter number 4. So our knowledge about the interior of the Earth comes not from excavations and explorations of the interior parts of the Earth, but rather from the number 1 study of seismic waves, then materials thrown up by volcanoes, and the evidence from the theories of the origin of the Earth. Now, in respect of seismic waves, or it is also called earthquake waves, only primary waves. Okay, so there are two types of waves, that is primary waves and the secondary waves. Now, only the primary waves, they reach the surface of the Earth, that is the P waves. Whereas the secondary waves, that is S waves, do not pass through liquids. The scientific instruments which record these waves have enabled scientists to know about three things. One is density, two is pressure, and the third thing is about the temperature of the interior of the Earth. Now the molten materials, they are thrown up by the volcanoes, okay, and it rises to the surface of the Earth. From where? It is from the magma chamber which is present inside the Earth, deep inside the Earth. Now what is magma chamber? Magma chamber are hollow spaces between rocks. So these are the spaces which are present between rocks where the magma, it gets collected deep inside the Earth and remains there in a fluid state. Okay, so the state of magma there is not solid, rather it is in a fluid state. From the study of this material, scientists have come to know about the materials that constitute the interior of the Earth. Now, keeping in mind the theories of the origin of the Earth, scientists, they have studied about meteoroids which fall on the surface of the Earth. Now, the Earth, it is said to be constituted of the same materials as the meteorites. So the heat given out by the Earth, it comes from where? From the radioactive elements, deep inside the Earth. And the study of this heat in interior areas, it helps us to estimate the temperature of the interior part of the Earth. Now, Earth's structure. Now, first thing that we need to know is that the Earth, it is made up of several concentric layers. Okay, and the outer layer is the Earth's crust. So, the outermost layer is the Earth's crust, that is the lithosphere. Now, the part of the Earth's crust that are immersed under the oceans and seas, they form hydrosphere or the sphere of water. Extending upwards, the Earth is enveloped by a blanket of gases which makes up the atmosphere. Now let's study about the chemical composition. Now the lithosphere or the outer crust, okay, of the Earth, it is the thinnest layer. This is the first feature, okay, chemical composition. It's the first point, that the layer is the thinnest layer. Okay, the lithosphere or the outermost crust of the Earth is the thinnest layer. Number 2, it is made up of rocks with large content of silicates, feldspar, mica, etc. Then the lithosphere, it is broadly divided into two, that is Sial and Sima. Sial appears to float above Sima. What is the reason behind? Because it has less density. Because of this less density, Sial, it appears to float above Sima. Now the name Sial is taken from silica and aluminium, and Sima is named after silica and magnesium. Now figure 4.1, it represents the structure of the Earth. If you can see, this is the inner core, then this is your another layer, that is outer core. Then this is mantle, okay, and this is the crust, that is the thinnest layer, if you can see the crust, okay. Sial layer forms the continents while Sima makes up the ocean floor. Look at this figure 4.2. This is Seema, okay, and this is Sial. The core of the earth is called knife. It is made up of nickel and iron. Since these are heavy metals having high density, they are found deep inside the earth. Now, internal composition. Based on the above chemical composition that we just now studied, the earth's interior, it is divided into 3 layers, that is core, mantle and crust. Now let's study each in detail. The first one is core. Now it is the most inaccessible part lying at the center of the earth. Okay, and the core is the densest part of the earth. It is divided into 2, outer and inner core, and the entire core is about 7,000 kilometer in diameter, and the temperature, it ranges from about 4400 degrees Celsius to about 6000 degrees Celsius, and it is generally believed that the core is composed of iron and nickel, which is responsible for Earth's magnetism. So these two, that is iron and nickel, they are responsible for Earth's magnetism, and the magnetic field is oriented towards north and the south poles. Then the solid state of the inner core is due to high density and pressure which have compressed the molten rock material. So the inner core is solid in state. The reason for that is due to the presence of high density and pressure, okay, which have compressed the molten rock material. And the S waves, they disappear in the outer core, which suggests that it is in a molten state, because the S waves we have already studied here. The S waves or the secondary waves, they do not pass through liquids. So if they are not passing through this layer, it means that, or it suggests that it is in a molten state. Next is mantle. This layer lies below the crust. Its average thickness is 2900 kilometer and it makes up 84% of the Earth's total volume. And it is again divided into 2 parts, that is upper mantle and lower mantle. Now the upper mantle extends from the Moho discontinuity to a depth of 700 kilometer, and it is cooler and it is made up of solid rocks. And the lower mantle extends from 700 kilometer to 2900 kilometers. If you can see here, figure 4.4. Now if you can see, this is Moho discontinuity, this one, okay, this boundary, and this is, which is just present here near the core, this is Gutenberg discontinuity, okay, and here is mantle. So the upper mantle, it extends from Moho discontinuity, okay, that is here Moho discontinuity, to a depth of 700 kilometers, okay, and the lower mantle, it is hotter and denser than the upper mantle. Now at the depth of around 100 to 410 kilometers, the mantle is partially molten, and that part is known as asthenosphere, okay, and lower mantle is solid. Reason for that is due to the high pressure. Lower mantle is solid in state. Now as the pressure increases towards the interior of the earth, the density also increases. So with increase in pressure, the density will also increase, and the temperature, it varies from about 1000 degrees Celsius to around 3700 degrees Celsius.